About 3 weeks ago, I got an email, one line, have you ever driven a McLaren P1? I replied back, no. Are you free on these dates, was the response. I replied with yes. I'm now in Scotland. We are on day one of this trip, where tomorrow I will be driving a McLaren P1 for the first time. And for the first time in approximately 2 years, I've got some form of flu or a cold or whatever it is, man flu. So I'm going to drink a lot of water. I'm going to suck it up, wake up tomorrow and hope and pray and keep my fingers crossed that I'm in a suitable condition to manhandle the beast that is P1 Oov.
Good morning. Welcome to a very, very early start. We're staying in a hotel, very famous hotel, the Glen Eagles Hotel and Spa and Golf Course, PGA Golf Course. And last night we were told by McLaren that we could have the McLaren P1 from 7:30 in the morning. And by we, I mean me and Shmi 150. So, it's 7:25 and I'm making my way down to the P1. Good morning.
Good morning.
You've literally just come out. I think this is the first time that I've beaten you to like a morning checkpoint. Because whenever we do road trips together, you're the one that's there. Well, yeah. Come on, team, let's go.
Hey, I'm on time.
Yeah, you're on time. I'm just early.
I wasn't going to be late.
What a beautiful sight to walk out the front doors and have it parked there.
Right outside the front of the
It feels quite surreal. And I think if there is any day that I need to man up and get rid of this man flu, it's today.
Probably.
So we've been set a route by McLaren. And essentially, because this is the 5th birthday for the P1.
Literally, that's the craziest thing. It doesn't look 5 years old, does it? At all?
Not when you even put it next to the 720S, which is less than a year old.
Which normally looks completely futuristic. This still looks futuristic.
And in black. Or what's the paint
Amethyst black.
That's it.
Slight purple pearlescent tint to it.
It's a lovely colour. Hopefully we can pick it up when the clouds clear or the rain starts hitting on it. So McLaren have invited just us two. We've got this car for the whole morning, which is pretty ridiculous. But I have absolutely nothing. I know nothing about this car. I've been in it once.
Well, fortunately, you've got a P1 nerd to join you.
Well,
I'll tell you anything. What would you like to know?
A McLaren nerd. I want to know how to put it in race mode. Is the first
we could
thing.
do that.
We could do that one. Excellent. I want to know its 0 to 60 time. And
2.8 on petrol and electric, 903
so that's when the two
horsepower.
powers are combined.
Or if you do it full electric, it can go up to a top speed of 99 miles an hour in full electric. It takes 9.5 seconds to get to 62 though. 6.2 mile range. Bashing out the stats here.
So Tim knows loads of stats, but more importantly for me, he knows how to drive this thing. This is your 6th car that you're going to be driving,
I think I'm spoiled enough
which is
now.
mental. And it's only 7:30, but I've slowly started to get more and more excited about this opportunity that today we are being handed the keys to a McLaren P1.
For sure, I'm completely awake now.
Yeah, so the first thing, I'm actually going to be driving it first, and you're going to be teaching me how to drive it. You're going to be teaching me the ins and the outs.
I think you've got, the drill. You've driven McLarens before. You've driven the 720S.
Not this one. Jensen Button, Chris Harris, Jeremy Clarkson. This is so famous, this car.
Yeah.
Over 20,000 miles and the seat hasn't been changed once.
Yeah, it's pretty illustrious. I've actually been in this car before. I've actually been around Yas Marina in this car in Abu Dhabi.
So when I sit in the passenger side, it's also the seat that you've sat in.
I wasn't going down that route.
Tim Burton has also been in this car.
It was a hell of an experience. That's what woke me up to the potential of the P1. That was just a crazy day.
I'd like to give that guy a reaction video there. Fancy going in the P1, mate? What do I do?
Start button.
Oh, there.
It's flashing. Good start. What do I do?
P off.
Now you're like a Formula 1 driver. You've got iPass and DRS.
DRS immediately.
DRS out of the hotel driveway.
Right, this is a little bit surreal.
Left-hand drive car in the UK as well. That's the other thing to think about, because they only made them left-hand drive.
But you can tell that it's had a good life.
Yeah, the
steering wheel. Oh, you can hear the turbos like.
Wait until you drive it a little bit harder. Wait until you drive it harder.
This is actually quite familiar, because it's not like I'm new to the McLaren brand.
Well, the cage, the mono cage that was sat inside. Oh, stop start, obviously.
Get that off. Where is it?
What? No.
Stop start
It'll
button.
start again. Oh, okay, I get you. That's a good question. I don't actually know, but don't worry about it.
I thought you knew about the P1.
I do, but I'm not sure exactly where that button is. But driving along, you're sat inside the mono cage, which is pretty similar to the mono cell from the 12C and the 650S and the 675, but it has the central structure as well and the support over the top, so the cage, not the cell, with the snorkel, which is why you get so much turbo noise. Roof scoop right above us, sucking air back in towards the engine.
Can I interrupt you very quickly?
Lift system, lower left stalk, hold it up, and then press it up again to raise it. There we go, car going up.
I do not want that carbon splitter to just go. I'm relatively nervous, I'm not going to lie. I'm relatively nervous. This is so new to me.
It's, this car's worth, what, £3 or £4 million. A normal P1's maybe 1.5, but this is P1 Oov.
This is a special car.
This is a special car.
It has done the rounds. I think McLaren yesterday told us that it's done over 100 front covers of magazines.
Yeah.
Which is super famous.
And you've actually got the Odo on 22,220. So you're going to have it over 22222.
Should we take a picture?
Maybe if we're not driving.
No, we'll pull over. we'll pull over. Is there anything that I need to know driving this car for the first time? Like, because McLarens are notorious that when the turbos kick in.
Okay, so first thing, you have over 900 horsepower.
Yeah.
And it's all on the rear wheels.
Oh my god.
You have 980 Newton meters of torque. And it's pretty instant. So if you were to put your foot down solidly on a day like today where the roads are pretty greasy, we are going to go spin around and go backwards into a bush. So I would say the one thing to know today is
don't have a heavy right foot.
Yeah, to be quite delicate with this.
We do have greasy time.
I can talk you a little bit through the active dynamics panel, the different controls and settings you can change. If you want to, you can press active to activate the settings and controls there. And by default, it's now gone into manual on the paddles. But normal mode, so basically keeping it completely standard and simple and easy. You have two separate toggles. One is for the handling, so the suspension side of things, that kind of setup steering, and the other is the powertrain. It's cool.
Sounds.
And that's just normal. That's the standard mode. We haven't, if you look at another manufacturer, it's their normal mode as well. So it's not exciting setting.
My moustache is sweating.
If you turn both of them up to sport, with both toggles, the right one is the powertrain, so gearbox and engine mapping settings. It starts to get a little bit more playful and lively as well, as you'll probably discover when you get the opportunity.
Right.
Awesome. The noise is crazy though.
Yeah. So's the speed.
You feel it all straight over your head.
I love it. Jesus.
Your face is priceless. Your face is one of, what on earth am I doing? What is happening?
I really didn't think, having watched reviews of this car, I really didn't think that what Richard Hammond and Jeremy Clarkson were saying, that this is a car out of hell. I just didn't see it because it was a McLaren, and I've driven some McLarens. You've put loads of miles on many McLarens, and I always just get that sense that a V12 is the idea of hell. But there's something about that.
It's a different sound.
It's a different sound, but it definitely comes out of hell.
And the quicker you lift off, the more of the wastegate noise you get.
Oh my god. Today, I find turbocharged cars are the cars to have. But it's not intimidating in the sense
You're not intimidated by nearly 1,000 horsepower. You're not intimidated.
No, but in the sense like we're on beautiful roads. Is the driving position that makes you feel so confident as a driver.
Positioning is brilliant.
Because you just still feel like you're in charge of a go-kart, and I haven't even put 30% of the throttle down, but Jesus. Oh my god, what is today? Like, about an hour ago I was complaining and thinking actually I'm probably too ill to drive this car. And now I'm just sweating the flu out.
Good way to get rid of it.
Yeah, drive a P1. I could do that all day.
You just give it that tiny little spurt.
Yeah. I mean, I'm in 4th gear, so...
And given the conditions, there's a decent amount of traction as well.
Yeah, it's...
I mean, it's definitely lit up traction control once or twice,
Yeah.
but you're still able to put the power down pretty decently.
Yeah. Going to get this opportunity to drive this particular car once.
That's true. After this, it's going almost into hiding.
So
I think
we have it in manual and sport and see how we get on these twisty roads. But it's everything goes fast. Go past so far.
Yeah, you get sucked straight back in, and then when you lift off, it's the release of everything that's so cool, the noise it makes. I'm not gonna lie, holding a camera while you drive.
It moves around a bit. Like everything adds to the theatre of this car. Oh, and the torque from a low level is still there. And thank God there's a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit now, because this car it does soothe your driving ego. I can imagine with everything in track, and once you start fiddling around with traction, it becomes a different beast. Why they call it the Widowmaker, I assume, but we're sadly about 10 minutes away from the hotel. We're already late to giving this car back to the valeter because I think the press want to photograph it.
We want to do some photos, but we want to keep on hold of it as long as we can, naturally.
But anyway, that has been my experience of driving the McLaren P1 Ouve, and I have to say, this is a fantastic cure for man flu.
Yeah, good.
Because yesterday evening I was not in a bad way. I woke up at 4:30 this morning, couldn't get back to sleep for about an hour. I'm glad that I got up when I did.
Yeah.
And oh my god, what an experience. And hopefully it has come across on camera
And thank you, Tim, for showing me the ropes of how to drive a P1.
I don't think there was that much to really have to explain.
You rattled off a few
and drive.
stats.
Yeah, good for the stats. That's my nerd corner.
Exactly. and that is it. I mean, we're nearly running out of electric mode. We've got about 100 miles of petrol, so it's only right that we hand the key back and pass the baton on, which it's just been an awesome experience. So I'd just like to say a huge thank you to McLaren. Happy birthday, McLaren P1. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. Head over to Tim's channel because he's definitely cracking out a couple of videos.
Cảm ơn các bạn đã theo dõi. Các bạn hãy bấm like, comment và hãy bấm nút đăng ký để ủng hộ cho kênh mình nha.